What's going on, my Trainer Club? Today we're going to check out my top 3 strategies to help you save Stardust in Pokemon Go by powering up your Pokemon in the most efficient manner. So, welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go! Welcome back, everybody. We are in Tokyo, Japan. This is my view from my balcony. I figured why not sit up here and film. That's why I am a little bit close to the camera. I can't really do too many arm gestures, but that's okay because I wanted to show you guys where we are and what we are doing, implementing it into our tip videos, which you guys love so much. So if you like these videos, make sure to share them with some people that could use them, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up as well. So drop in the comments and let me know, how are you doing with your Stardust? Where are you at? Everybody drop. What is your Stardust number right now if you feel like sharing? If you don't feel like sharing, that's okay. Put your goal of where you want to be. What's the most amount of Stardust that you want to get to as a benchmark? The reason why I say having Stardust benchmarks, for myself, after catching a lot of Pokemon, I was like, I think I'm gonna get it to 10 million. The reason why is because let's say a brand new Pokemon comes out and I need to power up, let's say like 3 or 4 guys, right? If I have 10, 11 million Stardust, it's really not that big of a deal for me to power up 3 guys from level 20 to max if it's a legendary. However, if I have like 100,000 or 300,000 Stardust, I really only have 1 guy. If it's 100,000, I can't even power up 1 guy. So that's why I figured we'd do this video. What is the best strategies to save your power-ups in Pokemon Go to make sure that you have a plentiful amount of Stardust and you're not just powering up guys for no reason, with no aim and no purpose, because that, my friends, is how you waste your Stardust in Pokemon Go. But before we get into this, I wanted to have a quick service announcement for my Amino Apps new stories. So check it out right now. What's going on, my Trainer Club? I just wanted to let you guys know that I teamed up with Amino Apps. Amino Apps is a great place to discover different things, but most importantly, I have amazing stories on there. So number 1, it is a free app, so you can go ahead and register with my link in my description and pinned in my comments below. Get on there and follow me. How you follow me, you're gonna go to Discover, you're gonna click in the top, you're gonna swipe over to Users, and you're gonna type in the Trainer Club. Under my profile, you can check out my stories where I'm gonna be posting exclusive content, so you're definitely gonna wanna follow me. Turn on those notifications similar as you would to my YouTube channel. Stay up to date. So this is where I posted my top 5 steps to become a Pokemon Go YouTuber, which was great information, and my top attackers in Pokemon Go. So definitely get in there, follow me. It's a free app to use and it's great for you, and then it helps support me as well so that you guys can check out my exclusive stories that stay up to date and always on my profile. They do not disappear. So this is definitely somewhere you're gonna want to connect with me on, because I'm gonna give you exclusive content that you can only find on Amino Apps. So I hope you guys follow me on Amino Apps. I really like the stories that I'm creating for them. It's a really great platform, so definitely get on there and check me out. So here we go. My top 3 strategies to help you guys save your Stardust to power up your guys most efficiently when we play Pokemon Go. So there's 3 different scenarios that I'm gonna give you. Number 1 has to deal with raids. Number 2 has to deal with PvP. Number 3 has to do with a Stardust reservoir. So in my opinion, I usually look to hit 2 of these, right? A reservoir in either PvP or raids, right? It depends on what you're more into. Right now, I'm still into raids a little bit more. I really just love that mechanic of Pokemon Go. I'm definitely going to be getting into PvP, but I know some of you guys are, so this video is gonna help all scenarios in all cases of Pokemon Go, and then I'll give you a bonus one as well, but you have to hit that reservoir in order to realize that bonus. So I know you guys are like, what are you talking about, dude? Let's get into it right now. Number 1, my top strategy to make sure that you do not blow your Stardust unnecessarily without any intention or purpose, right? Those are my keys. So here's what we do. For the number 1 tip, I make sure not to power up your raid Pokemon, meaning like a Moltres, an Articuno, a Zapdos, a Raikou, anything like that that you're gonna be using in a raid. And definitely don't evolve these rare Pokemon like the Bagons, the Beldums, the Larvitars. If you have really good ones, if you wanna check out my full video that complements this video, definitely have to check it out there. Why you should save your rare evolutions in Pokemon Go before you go ahead and speed through them. But back to the Stardust and powering up, I suggest that you wait, and here's why. Make sure to have a purpose with these, right? And what I mean by that, a purpose. So let's say right now, right, we have Rayquaza out. Right now would be a great time to power up a Mamoswine that has Avalanche. It would be a great time to power up any type of ice type Pokemons because we can utilize it in raids. What is not gonna be a good time to evolve is something that may be weak to dragons or we're not gonna use in the raids, right? So why would you power up, let's say, a Moltres right now? Does it do anything? Not really. Unless you're doing like 2, 3, or 4 star raids that you absolutely need these max power guys and you have to have them to be able to beat them with like 2 people, that would be a good time to do it, right? But besides that, why are you gonna power up a random guy just because you got 100%, right? Like I have some 100% legendaries such as the Zapdos right here that I have not powered up because I just don't need it right now, right? I understand you get it and you're just like so excited, like I gotta power it up. I'm telling you, that is the quickest way to blow all your Stardust, be Stardust poor, and then let's say the Rayquaza came out, I'm like, now's the time to power up your Mamoswine. How many of you guys had this? And you're like, I don't have any Stardust right now. The reason why is number 1, maybe you're a newer player. Number 2, you haven't started stacking Stardust yet. And number 3, you're powering up Pokemon that are just unnecessary because you got good ones, right? That's the number 1 downfall to getting good Pokemon when you're not prepared and you haven't been playing this game for a long time, is that as soon as you get a good one, right, you're like, oh my gosh, I got the 100% Rayquaza. And you have like 300,000 Stardust, and then what's the top thing that you want to do? You want to, I gotta max it, unlock a second charge move, and now I have 5,000 Stardust. And on September 2nd, we're gonna get a new legendary. So what if it happens to be like Kyogre comes back again, and you don't have any electric Pokemon for him? Now what are you gonna do? You don't have any Stardust, right? So now you have to be at the mercy of these other people playing the raids. You're not contributing, and you're not getting the maximum amount of raid balls, which is why you must wait to power up your Pokemon, regardless if they're 100%, anything like that, until they are valid in whatever raid you are using them. Trust me on this one. This is the best way to stack up. This is how I got over 10 million Stardust, was just not maxing guys for no apparent reason. I did it at first. I was always dust poor, and then I realized like, hey, I just powered up this Lapras, right? It's my favorite Pokemon. And I was like, I'm not using it for anything. Like I'm gonna put it in gyms, like I'm not gonna use it in raids. And this is before all these other new ice Pokemon came out, right? So once it was relevant, then I could use it, right? But that maybe took a couple months. So what's the point of putting all your Stardust into a Pokemon that's basically like filling up a 30-gallon truck with gas, and then you have to sit it in the garage for 10 months, and you just spent $200 when your budget for gas for the month is $300, right? It's like, why would you do that? Same scenario here. So that's why for the raid Pokemon, best case scenario. So on to tip number 2, we are going to look at PvP, which is a dust hog, right? Because we need a lot of different guys for PvP. We're looking for good ones, right? We're looking for typically low attack, high defense, high stamina, right? So that's the typical best guy that you can get. So what happens, right? Like let's say you're just getting into PvP, you're like, oh, I need a Vigoroth, I need a Toxicroak, I need a Lucario, I need all these Pokemon, right? But they're not relevant to the cup right now. And I understand that you want to practice with these guys and get better and have them ready, but think about it, you're gonna have to power them up, you're gonna have to unlock a second charge move, right? And you're gonna have to probably do that for 6 guys, right? Or maybe more, depending on where you're at and what you're playing with and who you're playing against if you have different strategies. So you're gonna dump all of your Stardust and resources in there, because candy is really not that big of a deal for these guys. Most of them, you have a plentiful amount of candy. But then you're gonna be like, oh, I just maxed like 10 of these guys, only 3 are relevant for this cup, but now I don't have any Stardust. And I'm not even practicing with them because right now the cup that we're in doesn't use these guys, but I just wanted them. What's the strategy behind that, right? Because you know you're gonna have another cup coming up, right? So the best strategy for you guys in the PvP strategy is only use the Stardust and the candy and the resources towards the PvP guys that are currently gonna be used in your battles. Do not step beyond and go for other Pokemon just because they are a generalist, meaning they're a really good Pokemon for PvP even though you can't use them. That's just not really a smart strategy, guys. The best strategy is to only power up and unlock Pokemon that are extremely relevant right now and you really plan to use them out, because then over time each month you'll be building your PvP teams. So hopefully at some point you'll be able to dip back into this bag, take this Pokemon back out that you've already invested dust in for a specific cup and utilize it for a next cup. So that is my strategy number 2 to make sure that you save Stardust in PvP. On to my tip number 3. So this is my strategy number 3, guys. Here we go. So in order to kind of negate some of these things that I'm talking about, this is kind of like my catch-all. So have a benchmark of Stardust set for yourself, right? So for myself, I was kind of getting bored of spending Stardust on things that didn't really matter. So I set a benchmark for 10 million, right? And then, so 10 million is like all goes crazy in Pokemon Go. A new Pokemon comes out, I have no counters. I need to power up like 3 or 4 counters, right? So I'm gonna be doing at least like maybe 1 million Stardust, right? So I'm safe with that because then if I was at 10, it would drop me down to 9. I know I can get that back up. I still have 9 million Stardust, right? But this is the fail safe. So over 10 is going to mean that I am going to be able to blow it on whatever I want, right? So I have the 10 set. Doesn't mean you have to blow it on whatever you want. So 10 is my benchmark. That means that it's gonna be my reserves for anything that I need. If I need a PvP last minute mon to power up with a second charge move, if I need Moltres to power up, if I need Zapdoses or whatever that may be, I have my benchmark and my reservoir extremely set, right? So I am totally good. Now, anything over 10 million, I told myself, and you can tell yourself too, let's say it's 5 million for you, 3 million, whatever that is, because 10 million is a little excessive. I was just kind of getting up there, so I was like, I might as well make it a 10 clean number. Anything over it, I can spend on whatever I want, right? So I don't let it go below 10 million spending it on whatever I want, but maybe I'll grind it up to 10,200,000, and then I'll max out a Pokemon that I really, really like, right? So this way, by doing it like this way, you're not spending and depleting your Stardust reservoirs that you need for the functionality of the game purposes. But you are now at a place that you can enjoy the game. So it's like, have a little bit of sacrifice, and this Stardust event is gonna be a great time for you to set a benchmark and get there. We'll talk more about that when I get into my top tips video, but get that benchmark. Anything over there, then you use as like blow Stardust money, right? That's just your play money. That's how I have fun in the game. Now I'm sitting pretty, I'm secure. I am just gonna blow it whenever I want because I got 100% Lapras and I love Lapras. Or I hatched 100% Bunny. I love Baneri and I don't wanna evolve it. I just wanna max my Baneri, right? And everybody's like, that's dumb. But if you have 11 million Stardust, does it really matter at that point? Because 50 to 80 to 90% of this game is having fun. Yes, there's strategy. Yes, there's really good tactics that you can implement into your gameplay to make sure that you're maximizing and you're prepared and ready when a new raid boss comes out, when a new PvP tournament comes out, a new cup, and then you can have a ton of fun after that just to be sure that whatever your benchmark is gonna be this. And in order to get there, I always suggest putting in the overtime for the Stardust events, right? Turtwig Community Day, 3 times catch Stardust. You definitely wanna be there. If you wanna check out my pre-prep video to get you ready, you gotta be here. Triple Stardust for a week, you need to cancel some plans if you can and start focusing on your Stardust because it's gonna get you to that benchmark faster and you're gonna be able to maximize a lot quicker when you are working with these strategies to be able to help you max out. And then finally, I just wanna say have fun, guys. I know if this tip doesn't really implement to you guys well, or you just don't like it, you don't have to use it, but this is just what I'm saying, how I best strategize, how I use my Stardust, how I've gotten so much Stardust, and how I've been able to have fun while I'm doing it. Because now, since I'm sitting at 11 million Stardust right now, if I wanted to max out my shiny Lucky Lapras, I can, and I won't even flinch about it, right? Because I have the reservoir, everything's built up, I am safe, I'm bunkered, I am honed down on what I need. I know that when the raid bosses come down, I have plenty of Stardust to start powering them up, and I'm gonna be going super hard on this Stardust event because the 1 hour star piece, 3 times catch and hatch Stardust, definitely something you want. So the Stardust events are your biggest friend. Focusing on these strategies, making sure to reserve your emotions of, oh my God, I got 100% leverage rate, let's just max it out right now, but it's not even useful right now and I don't know when it's gonna be useful. So what I'm telling you is to just stay tuned to my raid boss guide videos because when those come out, I will tell you what the best raid bosses counters are. So then you can go ahead and then utilize your Pokemon. So still play, still raid, still keep your Pokemon in gyms to get your coins, still catch a lot of Pokemon, still max out on the Stardust events. And then when those raid counters come out and I'm like, hey, ding, 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 Mamoswine is the time right now. You have like millions of Stardust and you're like, hey, I got this, it's no problem. So that's what I'm telling you guys. And the other reason is because when you're raiding, it gives you more raid balls when you have more damaging Pokemon. So the higher you can get your Pokemon, the better. So thank you for tuning into the Trainer Club, guys. I hope that you guys really appreciate this because I think it's super useful and I've been wanting to put this out. I just was not the right time with all the events. I have to time these videos perfectly so you guys can see them. So thank you to all my likers, commenters, subscribers. We have a lot of construction going on in the background and all of my Patreon members. I super appreciate you guys. We are signing out from Tokyo and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see you guys out on that next video. Peace. I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.